Hey everyone, Greenbeard here. Welcome back to another MLB 9 Innings 23 video on my channel. Today, I have finally brought the A's team to the channel. A lot of people have been asking me when I was going to showcase off the team, and we're finally here with the A's team. So, I did not start this team. I actually purchased it. I don't believe I spent. I think it was pretty cheap. I got it for a couple reasons. A, I've always liked the Athletics. I like their color scheme. I like the green and the gold. And also, for those of you who are not major baseball history buffs, the Athletics actually began in Philadelphia. They were the Philadelphia Men's Athletic Club, hence the name the Athletics. So it's always been cool to me because they're a part of baseball history in the city of Philadelphia. So that's why I've got the team. Now, let's show it off to you. All right, so batters is where the team has the most work to do. We do have batters chem on this Elvis Andrus. The team already had this when I purchased it. For those who don't know, in 22, Andrus began the season with the Athletics. So I assume he was pulled from a live season wish pack, got batters chem, left him on the bench, but then he was traded to the White Sox. It's not a huge deal because he's only doing batters chem. He doesn't pinch hit or anything, so he can stay on the bench. So let's do the batting order and we'll work through it. Mark Canha is the newest SIG for this team. He's in the outfield. There's his stats and his train. And he has a 3-3-2 Pioneer set. Pioneer and Spotlight is a perfect combo. We're just looking for a third skill that's better than Table Setter. But until then, with Table Setter and Pioneer, I figure he will be a pretty good leadoff hitter for this team. Given that he has Table Setter, I might retrain him and swap Contact and Eye, but I'm not entirely sure yet. I might want to wait and see what we get as a third skill first before we do that, which is probably what we'll do. And he's in center field for us just because he's the best fielding and speed-based outfielder that we have. Hitting second, we have Matt Olson. This is his best year. There's his train too. Potentially could retrain him for less field. Based on the power ranking tournament, it seems like field is basically unimportant altogether at first base. So we could train him for less field, maybe try to get his batting stats up a little bit, but we'd be hoping for a really, really awesome train, and I'm actually okay with the way his train is right now. He really is just an awesome card, though. And he also has a 3-3-2 Pioneer set. His is Pioneer Barrel It Up, also a awesome 1-2 punch, and he's got Batting Machine. So I have him hitting second right now. Hitting third, one of the reasons that I wanted to get this team is that it has a Chris Davis SIG. This is a retired SIG, and he's actually the lesser of Chris Davis's two SIGs that were in the game. However, because he has such low speed in field, he has a much higher GI to the batting stats. And so we've got him in left field, where fielding isn't as important, and we can train him for more speed, and he should be all right out in left field. We've got him 156 power, going power 3 in the special train order, which is kind of nuts. He has Pioneer 3-3-1, Pioneer Slugger, not a bad combo, and Batting Machine at 4. Following him up is Ozzie Smith. He came as a silver when I got the team, but I have since been able to get a great increase and taken Black Diamond. He's got Contact Master Spotlight Batting Machine. He's all right. He's not great, but he is a legend, and we were able to get him up over 120 field, which he's one of the very few legends that you can do it. Unfortunately, we've got a stupid high power train, and he's still only sitting at 118 power just because the card really isn't built for it. So we'll see. With Contact Master, it boosts his contact, so in-game he'll have very high contact and eye, middling power, good speed, and good field. So I think I need to give him more of a shot to see how things are going. But, if I ever were ever to pull Marcus Simeon's 19 SIG, which is a SIG version of this card, I mean, look at those base stats. That's absolutely nuts. Ozzie Smith would move to the bench. I would replace him with Simeon in a heartbeat. We have this Jason Giambi Black Diamond Prime. It was already Black Diamond when I got the team, so I'm just rolling with it, trying to make him as good as possible. He also is Contact Master, Slugger, Heavy Hitter, but he's got really high base contact, so I'm going to roll with Contact Master. Could potentially retrain him, but since he's our DH, I don't mind the higher speed, lower field train that we have on him right now. Tony Kemp, we actually pulled this SIG from a SIG pack as a diamond, and his train right now isn't great, but it's pretty good for what his base stats are, and being a second baseman, I'm okay with him having that much speed and field. His batting stats are never going to be anything special. With his current train, if we took him Black Diamond and capped him out right now, he'd have 132 contact, 132 power, and 136 I, which is not great, but it's really the best in the game right now for the Athletics at second base. And he's just got a 333 set here with 5-tool slugger barrel it up. He does not hit 5-tool bonus. I'm not actually entirely sure where he would sit. That's 79, that's 87. So he does hit a certain tier of it, but it's not max tier of 5-tool. At third base, Matt Chapman 19. This is his best card. This is his prime year, but we have not pulled his prime as a diamond, so we're rolling with this card for now. Still pretty good. 110 field for a normal card is pretty good. Barrel it up, spotlight, MBT. Stanton came with the team as a Black Diamond already, so I did not take him Black Diamond, but while he's here, we're going to work on him and try to make the best out of it until we pull someone better. And finally, Stephen Vogt. He is retired, but he is the best catcher the A's have SIG-wise, but he's no longer in the game, and we don't have a SIG change to use on him. We have other candidates we'd probably use the SIG change over anyway. So, that is the starting lineup. Now let's move over to the pitchers. Now, here's the other reason we got this team. It had a Catfish Hunter legend, and it had him, and when I bought the team, he had just been removed from the game. So it's a team legend after he had just been removed, and it had John Lester. Now, John Lester was not a SIG. He was a normal card, and I used the SIG change on him, knowing that he likely won't ever be back in the game. But getting ahead of ourselves, starting with our ace, who has ace, Catfish, slow starter boss ace. He's been very good for us. Take a look at his train there. Moving on, Chris Bassett, 21. This is his best year and one of the best starting pitcher SIGs in the game for the Athletics. He's in down condition right now, but the reason we have 9 stamina is that it gets him to 120 overall, which I felt was a pretty good milestone. He's got Fireballer, Finesse, Dom. Maybe down the road, I'd like to roll Dom into Boss or something else, but for now, we're going to roll with it. He's not bad at all. Then we finally have our Lester SIG here. He is just a really, really good card. He actually, interestingly, has the exact same base stats and GI as Cole Hamels, the SIG that we also SIG changed on the Phillies team way back when. He's got Control Master Finn Dom, which is a shaky set. You don't see a ton of it in the tourney, in the power ranking tournament. And the few instances you do see of it, it kind of gets hit around. But for now, we're not going to mess with it because we have bigger fish to fry on this team. Third is Jesus Luzardo. Not a very good SIG at all, but we don't have any other starting pitchers at the moment that have legend skills. He's got slow starter Finn Fixer. I'm okay with that. He's been fine for a 4 or 5 with where this team is, which is to say, low gold 3, high silver 1 is where this team is. So, Luzardo's been fine there. And this is actually a pretty crazy train. It wasn't the easiest train to get on him. but he needs this train in order to hit S tier on all of his pitches, which is why we have a fastball 3 finesse train on him. Moving on, Vita Blue, he's just a normal vintage. He also came Black Diamond with the team. We've had to go with Break 2 in order to get him the Fin bonus because he is co-op Fin Touch. As far as a normal card goes, as far as a non-Sig or Legend goes, he's been very good, but unfortunately that still isn't good enough. So down the road, he would be the first to be replaced, although I would love to get his Sig someday. In the bullpen, our closer, we have the Andrew Bailey Sig, which was just re-added in the game. Really, really nice card. Win streak Dom Golden Pitcher. He's all right. He's not great. I'd like a better closer set, but right now he's better than the Jake Diekman card, which isn't currently in the lineup, but he was my closer for a while and he was awful. Yusmeiro Petit, he's also retired. And he's not a very good card, but we were trying to roll Pitcher's Chem, and we got this set, I'm pretty sure as is, Control Master Fin Control Artist. So that's why we have him in setup right now. Other setup man is Liam Hendricks. Just one of the most crazy relief pitcher cards in the game, especially in terms of base stats. And a crazy train, 37 to the right side with only 5 stamina. And we're able to get him the finesse train. Not a great set, boss fin power pitcher, but it should be good enough for second setup slot for now. And the Otero here obviously is our pitcher's chem guy. I'll show off the rest of our middle relievers. None of them are very good. Most of them are good cards. Familia's actually just retired. But I just have struggled to land good skills on them. So that is an overview of the team. Now, a couple things we're working on. We have this Brent Rooker live card, but he's been really, really bad lately, so he's gone down a ton. His base stats are okay there. They're not great. We pulled him when he was a player of the month, and that's why his GI is as crazy as it is, because when he was player of the month, we used a GI reset, got him up to 75, and a live card will retain its GI when the base stat, like if you have a live card currently, it will keep its current GI even though its base stats change. So if there's ever a player of the month or a live card that has like a crazy stat distribution in its GI, and you really think you're going to use that card, you really think it's worth it, then pull the card, try to get them a 70, max out their GI, and then it'll stay the same. That's why he has freaking 27 power, 20 to contact, 16 to eye. It's a pretty crazy GI. So that's why we have him, but unless he turns it around or they make his card better, he probably would only ever slot back onto my bench. However, for pitchers, we do have someone we're working on, and that is Supreme Walter Johnson. We have not finished off his train yet because we've gone through 35, 40 premium skill change tickets, and we can't land anything on him. Well, we land pitcher's chem. We have a fireballer set, but it's way low levels, too low levels to waste anything on. His special train's almost maxed out. We're getting close. We're halfway to level 9. You can see the train we've got on him there. I liked that train because specifically, he easily can hit finesse with velocity 1 because all of his stats are basically equal except for velocity. So I wanted a super high velocity train, and then that way if he lands Dom, we're already set up. We just need more velocity and fastball. If he lands Fin, we just need more location and break. But right now he's pretty even. So we're really just looking for a pure Fin or Dom train from level 20 to 30 whenever we get him skills. He will slot in over Vita Blue whenever we get him said skills. Maybe Balfour slots in over Familia at some point, but he doesn't have skills right now, and we don't have... he's not capped out. Anything fun in the backup? Let's see. Oh, yes, there is one fun thing in the backup. We have we pulled a dupe Olsen Sig from a regular Sig pack, and we pulled him Diamond. But that was after we had already taken our current one Black Diamond, and also his 20 card is a lot worse than his uh 21 card, which we have. So we have him in the backup. If we ever pull another dupe, we can take him and Clubcraft him away. Reggie Jackson here, great card, especially in terms of batting stats. Um, you know, really fun card. I'm glad that I have it, but because he's retired, considered using the sig change on him because he's no longer in the game. But I would have needed to use a GI, and John Lester was already Black Diamond with the Control Master 331 set, so that's why I chose him over Reggie Jackson. Um, we have a Diamond Salbando, fun card, but his fielding is too low, so if he'd be nothing but a DH at this moment. Um, oh, another fun reason. Not that I would sig change him, but we do have Jeff Samardzija. Um, this year with the A's was really a great year, and it's a fun card to have because you don't see it too often because he's been out of the game for a long time. But I'm glad to have the card. He was in the rotation when I got the team, but obviously don't need him in the rotation now. But I really like him. I like having him. It would be fun one day to sig change him, but it's not like I'm ever going to have enough sig change tickets to make that happen. So that's a quick overview of the team. Um, and I'll show you what we got in the inventory. So we have a GI. I got the gold lucky box because I was like, hey, maybe I pull a team sig because we have there's a good chance if we get a team sig pack, we don't dupe it. And instead, we pulled a couple premium greens and another GI. So the good news is we have multiple GIs. The bad news is we have no cards to use multiple GIs on yet. So we're holding on to them. Hopefully, we pull a good card to use those multiple GIs on soon. And the rank training mentor on this team, they're all done. We have both pitchers and batters chem, which is nice. So now it's just about getting specifically better cards in the bullpen is what we really need. Our bullpen is awful, really bad. So we need better cards in the bullpen and or better skills on the cards that we do have. Get this set for Hendricks I just got, so we'll see how that does. We need a better set on Bailey, and honestly, I'd like a better set on both Trinan and Doolittle because both of them are such good cards. So I'd like better skills on the bullpen across the board. I think right now, even if we can get a lead, like in a close game, our bullpen's going to blow it no matter what. And we just need better batters. We need another outfielder. We need a catcher. We could use a third baseman or a shortstop. Or if we pull a really good card, like heck, I'd take Giambi, put him at DH. I'd love to pull a Matt Stairs sig to put him in the outfield. I'd love to pull Mitchell Page, Matt Chapman's third base year, 19 year. I'd love that as a sig. I'd love Semion's 19 as a sig. I would take Sean Murphy's catcher sig and put him in over vote because it's still a sig and it's still better than a normal card. So that's where this team is. I don't know. I probably what I might do is I might move this team to the twice a year slot for getting the team sig. It'll be easier because I already have the GIs lined up. So, since we're only here now, what I might do is get the September and the New Year's team SIGs on this team, and then starting next year, we'll do probably All-Star and then New Year's team SIGs. So that's probably what I'm leaning towards with this team right now. And I don't even know if I'm going to be continuing to get Team SIGs on the Twins. I really need relief pitchers, but the chance of pulling a relief pitcher is super low, so I might wait until after the season and hope that they add more relief pitcher SIGs. We'll see. We'll see what I decide to do there. But that's a quick overview of our athletics team. I will try to make some more content on the athletics team as we go. It won't be as consistent uploads as some of my other teams, but I have this team and we're working on it and I'm excited by it. I love to see the green and the gold with the black diamond background. I think that's just such a classy look. So I'm really excited. If we can't pull anything soon, we're gonna work on taking Tony Kemp and Andrew Bailey black diamond. Or we'll see by the time we have enough black diamond pieces for that. We'll see if we have another team SIG or something along those lines. But for now, that should wrap up this video. Hope you enjoyed seeing the A's team. Hope you're looking forward to some more content on this team, as well as our primary two teams, Phillies and Twins. And for now, that'll call it a day for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.